Hi, in this video I'm going to show you some helpful tips in working in CreateStudio Pro. Now the first tip is to zoom into the timeline. Simply hover your mouse on the time bar and left click to the right to zoom in and left click to the left to zoom out. You can also go ahead and manually do it over here, and you can fit the timeline by clicking on this button over here. Tip number 2, add blur. So you'll be able to see in this pineapple over here, if I just go to the effects and to blur and bring it down, it's just a pineapple image, but by adding the blur effect, it really creates a nice style to the actual design. So what you can do, if I just go out of here, I'm going to go over like so and just change the background color, and I'm going to go grab my logo, and you'll be able to see I've got this logo design. So what I can do is go to effects, blur, and drag it onto the actual design. And I might just make this color a blue, for example, to see it a bit better. So if you go to effects, click on the blur and drag to the right, you can increase the blur. One thing you'll notice, if your image has the boundaries quite close to the actual sides of the shape or the image, it creates this cutout lines which doesn't look too natural or nice. So to increase the actual size of the boundaries, what you can do is double click over here and simply drag out the mask like so. And this is going to increase the blur radius. So if I go over it like so, and now you've got a really nice blur without those hard edges. You can also go ahead and actually animate the blur. So if you click on in animation, and you'll be able to see it animates to the blur like so. And if you wanted to change it so that it starts blurred, you can go reverse animation, and if I just bring this down slightly, you have to see that it blurs back to normal like so. Tip number 3, apply a fill effect. Now I've got a white logo over here and I want to change the color of the logo. Usually I'd have to go into a design software and change the color and bring it back into CreateStudio. What you can do is apply a fill effect by going to effects, color fill, and dragging and dropping that on your logo, image, or video. And you can go ahead and then change the color of your logo like so. You can also adjust the opacity, and you can apply an in animation or an out animation if you want it to animate in with the color like so. Tip number 4, keyboard shortcuts. Now shortcuts will help you to really speed up your workflow, and you'll be able to see we've got our shortcuts panel over here, and you can view all the shortcuts that we've got. Some helpful ones that you might want to use are 1, that brings time indicator to the start, 2 brings you to the end, 0 starts the preview from the start. We've also got F to fit the canvas, so if you're out like so, you can hit F and it'll bring the canvas back into view. We've also got ones like Shift T, which adds the text layer, Shift R to add a rectangle, and a whole bunch of other ones that you should make use of. You can simply go over here and search for specific ones as well, like for example position animation, and if you hit P on your keyboard, you can add a position keyframe animation to go ahead and start animating. Tip number 5, word wrap. So with the text box, we've got some really helpful commands and controls, and what you can do is simply type your text like so to have a simple text layer. But if you want to make it into a word wrap or a paragraph box, simply click on word wrap over here, and this enables you to go ahead and wrap the text. So if you've got like a paragraph, it's really good for that. And when your word wrap's turned on and you go ahead and adjust the side panel, you can adjust the word wrap. You can also drag from the left to adjust the letter spacing, and you can also drag the bottom to adjust the line spacing. We've also got options to go ahead and right to left if you've got in Hebrew or Arabic text, and you can go ahead and adjust the color over here. You can adjust the alignment like so, and you can center your layer like this. Tip number 6, importing media. So you can go ahead and also drag and drop files into CreateStudio Pro like so. And another cool feature is copying and pasting files from your clipboard. So if you use Command Control Shift 4, you can go ahead and create a screenshot on a Mac like so. This is great for getting images for inspiration for your projects. And then if you use Command V, you can paste that screenshot directly into your media library.